In this video, we're going to talk about how to solve multi-step inequalities. So the steps to solving multi-step inequalities are very similar to the steps we use when we're solving multi-step equations. We're going to start off by distributing, then we combine like terms, move all the variables to one side, then we add or subtract to isolate the variable, and then multiply or divide. The extra step when we're working with inequalities, remember, is when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to flip the sign. So remember, we have these properties that help us solve inequalities. The addition and subtraction properties tell us that we can add or subtract the same number to both sides, and the inequality will still be true. The multiplication and division properties tell us that if we multiply or divide both sides by a positive number, that does not change the inequality. However, if we divide both sides or multiply both sides by a negative number, that will change the direction of the original inequality. So we are going to have to flip the sign. So let's try solving some examples. We have negative 5x plus 20 is less than or equal to 2x minus 1. We don't have anything to distribute. We don't have any like terms. So let's start off by moving all our variables to one side. So on the right side, I have that 2x, which is a positive 2x. So by doing the opposite, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. On the left side, I have negative 5x minus 2x, which is negative 7x. Bring down that plus 20, and then I have less than or equal to 2x and minus 2x cancel, and that's negative 1. Now I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides. And on the left, that gives me negative 7x, 20 and minus 20 cancel, and that's less than or equal to negative 1 minus 20, which is negative 21. Now I'm going to divide both sides by negative 7. On the left side, that leaves me with x. Since I divided by a negative number, I need to flip the inequality sign, and that gives me negative 21 divided by negative 7, which is positive 3. I'm going to write this in set notation, so that is x such that x is greater than or equal to 3. I'm going to go to 3 on my number line and use a filled-in circle because that 3 will be included. Then I'm going to shade everything to the right of 3 because that is where I find all my solutions. Now let's try solving negative 2 times x plus 1 plus 4 is less than 10. I start off by distributing, and I get negative 2 times x plus negative 2 times 1 plus 4 is less than 10. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x plus negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Then I have plus 4, that's less than 10. I have this double sign right here, this plus negative, so let's go ahead and turn that into a subtraction. So negative 2x minus 2 plus 4 is less than 10. So now I need to combine these like terms, this negative 2 and 4. So I have negative 2x minus 2 plus 4 is plus 2, and that's less than 10. So now I need to subtract 2 from both sides. And on the left, that's going to leave me with negative 2x. Plus 2 and minus 2 will cancel, and I have less than 10 minus 2, which is 8. Now I need to divide both sides by negative 2. I have x. Once again, I divided by a negative, so I need to flip my sign. X is greater than negative 4. In set notation, that is x such that x is greater than negative 4. So I'm going to find negative 4 on my number line and put an open circle there. Then I'm going to shade everything to the right of negative 4 because that is where you find the solutions to this inequality. So now let's solve 3 times x minus 5 plus 2 is less than or equal to 2x minus 3. So I'm going to start off by distributing the 3. So that gives me 3 times x minus 3 times 5 plus 2 is less than or equal to 2x minus 3. 3 times x gives me 3x minus 3 times 5, which is 15, and then I have plus 2. And that is less than or equal to 2x minus 3. So now on the left side, I need to combine these like terms, negative 15 and plus 2. So I have 3x minus 15 plus 2 is going to be negative 13, and that's less than or equal to 2x minus 3. Now I need to move all my variables to one side, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. 3x minus 2x gives me 1x, which is just x, minus 13 is less than or equal to 2x, and minus 2x will cancel, so that's negative 3. Now I just add 13 to both sides, and on the left side that gives me x, minus 13 and plus 13 cancel, less than or equal to negative 3 plus 13, which is 10. So in set notation, that is x such that x is less than or equal to 10. So that means I go to 10 and I put a filled in circle there, and then all of these numbers that are less than 10 are possible solutions to my inequality. So in summary, remember that we are going to solve inequalities by first simplifying the expressions using the distributive property and combining like terms. Then we move all the variables to one side, we add or subtract to isolate the variable, and then multiply or divide. Remember, you have to flip the sign when you multiply or divide by a negative number.